Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. UMG Orlando, myself and Mr. X in the booth for this one, and it's going to be a good one, Matt.
Oh, yeah, we have Justus going up against Prophecy. I think this is probably the hardest pool, right? I mean,
yeah, I think we all
these
kind of
two
agree
teams, Optic Nation, Elevate, just, some of the biggest names in Call of Duty in this pool. Actually, Elevate beat Optic Nation earlier in the day, so it's a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah, and Optic Nation play next as well against Prophecy, right?
Yeah, so Prop's going to be playing two back-to-back. Just the way it draws out. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I think Optic Nation's a team that could have went either way this event. Losing that first one to Elevate could be a little bit difficult for them to come back from. I know we can jump straight into game, though. It looks like it's loaded up. The first map's going to be Detroit Hardpoint in this series against Prophecy against Justus.
We've seen some upsets as well, Matt, not going to lie. I've been kind of walking around when we've seen a lot of upsets. FaZe got 3-0'd, Envy got 3-0'd, Optic Gaming got 3-0'd.
People's getting 3-0'd left and right.
All these top teams, man, some crazy results. But let's dive straight into the action. Hardpoint Detroit is going to be the first map in this series. And I want to have a look at Enable to kick things off, see how he's going to do. In fact, he's already fallen. Let's have a look at Mochilla. He's going to be on that first hill.
I think Justus, actually, in my opinion, is probably the best hardpoint team in Advanced Warfare. I mean, you watch them play, and they're just phenomenal. We have a Let's Go Benson chant, I think.
The crowd. I just love the crowd here at UMG, man. These guys are awesome. Shout out to the crowd.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, just awesome fans here at UMG. But you see, it's going to be Prophecy coming out in the lead here in the first hill, but not by that much. It's actually going to go back to being a tie. I think this hill just trying to break even a little bit, not really trying to get too much time, just getting on that rotation in the next one.
Parasite is going to be on that hard point, 4 and 2 to kick things off, make that 5 and 2 as he picks up a kill. Manages to find another one as well, so good early start for Parasite, who's now actually on a 4 streak as well. So we'll stay with him until he finally gets shut down. Play's going to be all over mid-street. Nice EXO movement coming in from Parasite. Managed to pick up 2 assists there. Wasn't able to actually pick them up as kills, but still, Parasite causing some problems right now for Justus.
Yeah, I mean, he looks very good here to start off this game against Justus. The thing that you have to remember about Prophecy, though, I mean, when it's good, it's really good.
Yeah.
And when it's bad, it gets really, really bad. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep the momentum up throughout the series.
The communication is something which is going to have to be key for Prophecy, like you said. When they're winning, that's when it's okay. But as soon as they start losing,
it all comes down, Ricky and Parasite.
Yeah, essentially, it really does. Classic 6 and 7, he falls. See if Justus can try and come back into this one, because for now, Prof at least are starting to build themselves a little bit of a lead. There's going to be 10 seconds on that hill. Let's see how the players are going to rotate now. Looks like Prophecy are going to be good. Mochilla, though, is going to be in that hard point, just ready and waiting, and really, Justus now needs to try and push off, and that's exactly what Slack was trying to do. Unfortunately, he does fall. That's going to leave now Enable to push in through the window.
Yeah, but Prophecy has that spawn, that most favorable spawn you would want outside, able to push up that ramp and just flood. You see the players from Justus, they keep spawning a little bit further and further away every time. Mochilla right here, he's going to actually make a play for the hill. And Justus actually doing a great job fighting out of this least favorable spawn. You see they actually flipped it by having a guy all the way pushed down towards that bottom ramp area. Oh, Ricky just missing some shots of Mochilla laying there. It's okay.
Yep, 30 seconds left on the hill. Mochilla picking up a lot of kills. That's a 3 streak for him. He's going to have more as well. Teammate cleans up 1. Hardpoint's going to be contested. Moch goes for the challenge. He finally falls. That was Ricky getting control of that. Now Parasite's going to be on there with the contest. 2 plays on ramp. He falls. Legal's going to go from the contest from around the outside. 10 seconds on the hill. And wow. Classic just managed to jump and take him down. Ricky, though, is going to pick up that final 3 seconds. As now the hardpoint is going to rotate once again.
Yeah, Mochilla actually went huge on that hill.
Yeah.
He was able to save them a few times. And coming into Advanced Warfare, I know just watching the gameplay, it looked so fast, and obviously it does play super fast. You would think, Mochilla, with the way he's played on other games in Call of Duty, I mean, he's played so slow, he's almost moving backwards, that he was going to struggle a little bit. But coming into Advanced Warfare, he's been playing extremely good.
Yeah, he's kind of renowned for being a human turret, kind of like a player like Swanee, I guess you can compare to.
Ghost, he played on like 1 sensitivity.
Yeah, it was not like he was not turning on anybody. He really was a very static player, but Justus picking up a lot of time on this hardpoint, and this hardpoint is an interesting one because we always see so many teams like mount a comeback on this one. It's really where you can rack up a lot of time, just like Justus is doing right now.
I love the way Justus plays hardpoint. You know, I said I thought that they were the best hardpoint team in Advanced Warfare. And those first 2 hills, they were down by a lot. A lot of other teams would have gotten, frantic, played for that garbage time. They rotated early and took the majority of the garage hill because they knew they were able to do that. And you see, they actually took most of the time that back hill. You know, if you were to go back, I think on the last 2 hills, Prophecy's probably got to combine, 20 seconds.
Yeah, they were really just been playing for that kind of scrap time, contest time as well. Not really able to get a proper setup as Mochilla just breaks into that hard point, breaks it himself. 3 streak for him. 13 and 12. Classic's going to be on the hard point as well with him. Slack now breaks in as well, but Moch going on a rampage right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask, where is the pressure from the Prophecy team? But, the kill feed just lit up by Justus right now. I mean, they are just all on fire, all of them on streaks. Mochilla on a 5 streak, Slacked on a 3. Enable and Classic both on 2. And Enable's a player that me and you talk about a lot. We think this is going to be a real breakout year for him.
I would expect to see him do great things this year. Honestly, this game suits his play style. And early on, at least, he definitely seems to be a good fit to this game. Of course, we'll have to wait and see as the year progresses through. But Ricky on the hard point now for Prophecy. Picks up a nice 2 kills. Machilla's going to be running in. Can he find the 3rd? Oh. Yes, he can. Nice plays coming out from Ricky. Now, after that first cycle of hard points have gone through, it's 125 to 87, still in favor of Justus.
Yeah, but on those last 3 kills in that first rotation, I think Prophecy probably only got like 30 points. So, Justus really, they have this game in their hands. They just play pretty much the same way they played in this first rotation of hills. They should be good, but they slowed down Parasite a little bit. He got off to a really hot start. They were able to slow him down. I think Fear's really going to need to step it up, though. 8 and 19 right now. We usually see him, just slaying on every map like crazy. I think if you don't get that type of production from him, it's going to be difficult to win respawns.
Yeah, that's a big struggle right there. 9 and 19. Let's actually have a look at Fizz's screen, see what he's up to. Just on the hard point, going to pick up some time. Actually, a lot of free time right now. No one going to be contesting. He's going to pre-fire as well. Just falls. Got a little bit unlucky that pre-fired the wrong goal.
See, that's an odd position to have Fears in, right? I mean, a player who's primarily been a slayer throughout all of the Call of Duties. To just throw him in a hill and just kind of be like, defend it. I mean, it sounds easy, right? You're a slayer, you should be able to pick up those kills, but it's different when you're playing in an objective type style. You're on the hill, you don't really know where people are coming from. Your teammates are pushing out, you're fighting, difficult gun battles, sometimes 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s. It just puts a person who's used to roaming and slaying more freely in an awkward position.
It really does. As Ricky now for Prophecy is on that hard point. Managed to pick up 1, but immediately goes down. Legal's fallen as well. But Matt, what a close game. This is 142 to 138. Prof back into the lead. It's because of Fizz and Parasite on this hard point, locking it down. Still 20 seconds of time left on this hard point before it does rotate. Fizz actually just backed off, allowed Parasite to be by himself there, but Parasite was able to pick up that kill, traded nicely, but lost control of the hill, and it's going to be Moch from Justus picking up that last 10 seconds.
Right, but I think those battles on rotation are what's going to really decide the rest of this game. After this hill, it's pretty much going to be Justus down, 2 or 3 points. But, they can't win that rotation. It's going to be difficult. And Prophecy, absolutely, they take that rotation pretty flawlessly. 2 players pushed all the way down this ramp. And there's 1 player to the right that was from Prophecy down there on by where the uplink cap is. And that is where you want to hold the spawn on this map. If you don't push all the way down driveway and hold it from that back, it's broken extremely easily. And this is the player right here, Parasite, holding it down.
I just want to point something out. I noticed something on the minimap. I'm not sure if you did, but Parasite, I think, he is. He's not using Blast Suppressor. Something that we haven't really seen a lot of players not use. It seems to be something which has kind of become that default, make sure you use that kind of perk, but Parasite not using it. Of course, when you're not using that, you're going to appear as a red blip on that minimap every time he uses an exo movement, but it's working out for him right now, 29-27.
Yeah, I think more players are going to start opting for hardwired instead of blast suppressor because you're seeing stuns so effective. I mean, even EMPs coming into play a little bit, but I think in the second rotation to Hill's been what's really kind of come out for me is that Parasite just punches somebody in the mouth. But I think what's come out for me is that Justus played that first half of the Hills, pretty to their basics. They rotated early on that garage hill, and they were able to make up the time there. Second rotation, obviously the game's winding down a little bit. They got a bit frantic. They didn't rotate early, and they didn't take any time here. So they're going to have to win pretty much the majority of this hill and get the next hill, at least for that first chunk of time, and then try and get it to a 50-50 at the end. That's probably their best spot.
Classic, last man on the hill for Justus, and he is going to fall, and that's going to give Prophecy now some time. 20 seconds left on this hard point. Ricky picks up one. He's going to have a second player challenging him. Not going to be able to win that gunfight. That was Classic, who's now going to pick up around about 15 seconds if he can just win some more gunfights. But it's going to be a close one if Justus can get this last couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. The Classic's going to have to win this gun battle. That's actually a huge win right there. And they're actually going to keep control of this hill, but you see they have absolutely nobody on rotation, Ben. Look how far away they're spawning. They're spawning all the way at that back trailer. They're going to have to fight this from a difficult spot.
They need to get in that hill quickly. Time is ticking away. It's going to be down to Enable to try and come in from the side. Has a couple of players in that hard point. Manages to break it with the help of Classic. 36 seconds. Classic needs to win these gunfights. Really can't afford a play to jump in and go for that contest. Picks up one, but that's really smart play from Ricky. Just lie down on that hard point and play for that contention.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to hold off this school hard point for a pretty long time consistently. It's so easy, just flood and just trade kills and break. And it looks like I mean, Justus can win this if they hold this for the rest of the game, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
No, that's game over. Justus not able to pick that up, so that's going to be Prophecy and the boys picking up game number 1. Ricky, 41 and 29, although Justus did actually hold that whole half point right at the very end, but just 3 seconds was the difference.
Yeah, I mean, very close game, and I think it really comes down to, Justus not rotating early to that garage hill and that second rotation of hills. I think if they would have given up instead of taking that last, 5 to 10 seconds that they ended up getting, I think it would have been a better chance for them to win. Obviously, trying to hold that school hard point at the end for a very long time is pretty difficult.
Parasite dropped 37 as well. Classic for Justus, 39, but that's going to be the first map. Prophecy coming out very, very strong. We're impressed with what we saw. Of course, Justus as well. Made a comeback at the very end, but as you said, their rotations just a little too slow in that second side. Yeah,
the rotation's a little bit sloppy on that second side, and as we know, going into map number 2, it's going to be Search and Destroy. Justus, not the best Search and Destroy team we've seen, so it'll be very interesting.
They won one Search and Destroy at the last major LAN event, so don't hold your breath. Let's just put it that way. For now, the quick commercial break. When we return, we'll see if Justus can pick up the Search and Destroy